Hello everyone, and welcome to what has become my favorite series to do, Where Are They Now? Looking back at monthly favorites, especially 2020. Isn't it nice to pretend we are in a different year? So we are looking at September 2018, and I have taken the description box and just printed it out exactly word for word. I'm gonna go down the list. We have beauty, what do we have? Fashion favorites and lifestyle favorites. So let's get started with beauty. First favorite was what is on my lips. This is the color that was on my lips, Dior Addict Lip Lacquer in Dior Pretty. And it is a pretty color. It's a little deeper than what I want to wear right now. So I pulled out one that I bought more recently. Don't ask me to tell you what color it is. I'll put it down in the description box. The print is teeny tiny on a clear label. It's impossible to read. But I love these. These are liquid lipsticks that don't get dry. They don't turn matte and horrible and uncomfortable on your lips. I still love them obviously so much that I bought a second one. They have another color called Petal that I think is absolutely beautiful, more of a soft pink, but they have brights, they have deeps. Love this lipstick line. Another lipstick that was a favorite from 2018, it's still a huge favorite. It's the Clinique Pop lip color in the shade Bear Pop. And it's just a really neutral, nudie sort of pink. And I was recently in Ulta looking at all of the Clinique Pop colors, trying to see if there's any I haven't picked up yet. They've really expanded the line. They've added matte colors, they've added different formulas. And I have to tell you, if I had to only wear one line or one brand of lipstick for the rest of my life, it would be Clinique. Between these and then the ones that have the whole tube is that color, that they're all like different kinds of nudes and pinks. They're the best lipsticks. They have a primer built in, they're moisturizing, the pigment is the best. If you're looking for a lipstick, and I know very few of you are, but if you are looking for a lipstick, I'd have to say my all-time favorite formula are the Clinique Pop Lip Color cream shades. Fantastic. Now these were huge favorites in 2018. They carried on to stay favorites 2019 and 2020. I just don't talk about them very much because they're definitely being discontinued. They're getting harder to find. Recently, Milani was carrying them on sale. I don't even know if they're still available. I've linked them through Walmart. They have a few of these palettes at normal price, and one is bumped up to $27, but honestly, I would pay $27. And those are the Milani, these gold square palettes. I am wearing Soft and Sultry today. That is what is on my eyes. I also have Most Love Mattes, which I would not pay over retail for, but it's fabulous. It's very reminiscent to me of the Too Faced Naturalized palette, and that it has like different color families. Let me back up and show you Soft and Sultry. I basically just went down this row and then added a couple, you know what, I just played, I went nuts. But my favorite of the three, by far the most versatile, is the Bold Obsessions palette. It's what started my love affair, and it just has three completely different color stories. You can mix and match, and especially this time of year, this middle row of warm, bronzy red tones, it's just gorgeous. Milani, please, don't get rid of these. Repackage them if you want, which makes no sense, but don't get rid of something so good. However, there is a brand that is newer to me that I really got into in 2020 that I have to say they're on par. The packaging just isn't as cute, and that's Profusion. And specifically, if I had to pick two, it would help if they were not upside down. The Bear palette, which is the newest to me, and the Smoky palette. I love these. I think they're beautiful neutrals. You don't get the color variation that you get from the Milani palettes, but these are even less expensive. They're $4.98, and the quality is just incredible. You've seen me talk about these over and over. There is the Smoky palette. There is the Bear palette. $4.98. And there's other, there's the mauves, there's the emeralds, there's rubies. They have different color stories specific to one palette. Again, not the same color variation as you get in these, but incredible shadows. And I mean, I would pay triple what they're charging. Staying with drugstore, a favorite from 2018 that is still a favorite, you're gonna hear me say that a lot, is the Maybelline Master Chrome Studio Highlighters. This is the one in Rose Gold. I have a couple other shades, but I always come back to Rose Gold. This is still as creamy right now as it was when I first bought it 2 years ago. I am wearing it right now. It's just, they're incredible. They are probably the best drugstore highlighters on the market, and they have a whole bunch of shades for your preference and skin tone, so definitely check these out. Now we're gonna move into the department store and a favorite from 2018 that is still a favorite. In fact, everything on this list is still a favorite except for maybe 1 or 2 items. The Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation, I've since bought more bottles of shade 2, which is my everyday non-tan shade, and shade 4, which is my tan shade, big air quotes. Today I mixed them, a little bit more of the 2, just a dash of 4. It's such a beautiful foundation, definitely in my top 5 favorite foundations. It's a medium coverage, it's buildable, comfortable on the skin. Absolutely, I love this foundation still. Now this was a rediscovery, and not because of this video. I was looking at the 21 days of Ulta to see what was going on sale, and I noticed they included the Too Faced bronzers, and I pulled my guy out. They have since repackaged since 2018, but this is I think my 2nd or 3rd one, and I pulled it out and it's still fabulous. I'm wearing it now. It still smells like chocolate. It's probably more than 2 years old, probably. But this is a fabulous bronzer. This is the milk chocolate. They have a deep chocolate. I think there's a 3rd chocolate, and then they have other bronzers as well in the Too Faced line. But these chocolate bronzers are fabulous. They're matte. They don't get muddy. Another great one. Back to Charlotte Tilbury, a favorite from September 2018. Which one was it? Because they seem to have multiplied. The Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize cream shadows. Here we have Marie Antoinette, which I love, and which is in fact on my eye the really shimmery part. But I also really love Jean, and Jean's probably my favorite. This is the original container that I've had for years, by the way, and you know if you're a longtime viewer that I wear this just obsessively, just too much. And it looks brand new. The investment is well worth it. Pick your favorite color and you will never need to repurchase it, and it doesn't dry up. They are incredible. Another favorite from September 2018 was this little guy. This is the Sigma Tapered Face Brush. It has a number. It's the F35 Tapered Highlighter. And I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's very tapered. It comes to quite the point. It's really easy to use, and you can use it for obviously more than what it says on the handle. Great for highlighting, but also great for pressing powder lightly under the eyes or sweeping away any fallout, touching up in very precise places. It's a great brush. I have a couple others that I reach for. I do probably use the Wayne Goss 2 brush more. This is far more budget friendly, and it does come to a finer point, but the Wayne Goss is just so beautifully made, and it's so soft. A very similar brush that I actually use for blush, you've heard me talk about this before, is the Flower Beauty Precision brush. They're shaped very similarly. The blush brush is much larger and it's softer, so it's going to disperse color in a larger area. And then for really tapered but really big, I like the 104 from BK Beauty. I think you can see it is a tapered brush, but this I like for bronzer, bigger areas, even a little spot of blush. One of 2 items that are no longer a favorite is the Living Proof In Shower Styling Cream. I don't know what I was thinking. Air drying, it's not for me. My hair just it doesn't turn out well. My hair just needs something more. It needs to be styled. This is just shower and kind of round brushed it and fast, and you can see like it's not a good hair day. I have to do something else. So I like the concept of it. Maybe if I lived in Colorado, Arizona, Utah, somewhere where there's not much humidity, it would work out better for me, but I have moved on. But my still all-time favorite, if I had to pick two hair products, one of those 2 hair products would be the Living Proof 5-in-1 Styling Cream. Still hands down one of my all-time favorites. The second one would be the Colleen Rothschild the Shine Smoothing Serum. Those 2 together is actually what I put in my hair when I style it from wet. Couple pumps of the Colleen Rothschild, a good squeeze of the Living Proof, go like that, and I just run it through. All right, now we're into fashion favorites, and the first thing was the Panacea double circle necklace. I will insert a picture of it. It would still be a favorite if I still had it. So it's a very budget-friendly necklace. I picked it up at Nordstrom, and I loved it. I had been looking for something like that, very delicate circles, delicate chain. Delicate is the key word here because It was so delicate, I snapped the chain. I do love the layered look, and I am lazy and love something that's already layered. This necklace from Kendra Scott is one piece, so I don't have to worry about it getting tangled up, and she makes a ton of different layered necklaces, different layered lengths, but I've never seen anything quite like that Panacea one, and I have to say, that was a great necklace. Next, now this, to me, this is a special bag because it's dirty. No, because it brings up memories. This is the All Saints masked leather shoulder bag. I don't know why it's dirty. The reason this bag is special to me, so every year, except for me this year, Nordstrom usually comes out with the handbag you have to have in the anniversary sale. You would get the catalog, you'd see that bag, the it bag, and it would be like the unicorn you had to have. And for 2018, it was this bag, and I loved it. I still love it. The reason why you rarely see me use this bag and why it doesn't look as loved as it should, I guess it looks pretty loved if it's, I don't know what's, anyway, we'll deal with that later, is because it sold out so quickly. I felt it was kind of mean to keep showing you a bag that you couldn't order. So I just kind of tucked it away. I'm going to take it out, but just not take outfit pictures with it. Now, All Saints has come out with a similar shaped bag, a similar concept. I'll link the most recent one below, but nothing quite like that one. That was a Nordstrom exclusive, I'm pretty sure, at least that, maybe that color. Now, another handbag that I am never gonna give up and I will continue to wear and show, even though I think they've discontinued it, is the Balenciaga Classic City Bag. And this is not the strap that comes with it. This is actually an Erin Condren planner tote. I love this bag. I used to not love this bag. This is one of my first luxury bag purchases, and I loved the concept, but I didn't realize how smooshy it is, and it would just completely collapse into a puddle of soft leather, which I know is what the bag now is supposed to do, but I don't like smooshy bags. I need some structure. And then I realized I had bought, it's gonna be a little harder to see, but I think you got it. I'd bought a felt purse insert for my Louis Vuitton Neverfull, the MM, and I realized it would fit in here. And since then, it's exactly what I want. I love this bag. It's so much more user-friendly. It has the handles. I can now, with the new, when I bought this, swapping out the straps was not a thing. Now it is, so I can have fun attaching different straps to it. So she's back and I'm carrying her. And now we're moving on to lifestyle favorites. So this is a favorite that has multiplied like gremlins in water. The Erin Condren dual tip marker. I mean, this isn't even all of them. It's scary. I love these things. I love a dual tip. They don't smear on me. They're easy for me to write with. I'm left-handed, so finding a great pen is a big deal. And now, I've mentioned this before, but she's come out with a new dual-ended pen concept. And I forgot to tell you when I said you choose the colors, when I talked about this in an earlier video, it comes with all the color options. You just pick which two you want to put in. I think it comes with 10 or 12 tips. So today we've got a fine tip purple and a normal tip sort of pale greeny blue. These unscrew like so. And so you have the base and then you screw in whatever top you want. So I hope she comes out with more colors. I would love to buy more options. I would like more felt tip options. But anyway, I don't know. Do I need more pens? Another Erin Condren favorite that is still a favorite. It was a favorite in 2019. It's a favorite in 2020. It will continue to be in 2021, and that is the Life Planner. This is my current version, and the colors change from time to time. I get new covers every year, obviously, but the one thing I stay consistent with is the layout, and I love the horizontal layout. That's just the way my brain works. I need to read this way. The whole column thing, it just doesn't work for the way my brain learns. So for me, I'm a horizontal learner. I'm just curious in the comments below, if you are a Life Planner user, do you prefer the horizontal layout or the vertical? And then the rest of my favorites from September 2018 were books. So if you missed the original video, or maybe you just didn't get around to reading any of these, why don't you try some of these? They are some of my favorites. So the first one was the Peachtree Bluff series by Kristy Woodsen Harvey. She's actually an influencer. She is an interior designer and she has a beautiful feed on Instagram with her home decor and design, but she's also an amazing author. So the Peachtree Bluff series was a trilogy that was set in coastal, I want to say it was coastal Georgia or no, somewhere in the Southeast. And it's three sisters and their mother, and each book kind of focuses on one of the sisters. Such a great series. But she came out with a new one earlier this year that got huge acclaim. A lot of big names noticed it. It's probably my favorite of all of her books. It's called Feels Like Falling. I think it was like a summer beach read must, and it got on a bunch of book lists. Absolutely fabulous. Definitely go check out all of the books. There's quite a few more that she's written as well, but Feels Like Falling is my favorite. Another one that I really enjoyed in 2018, and she hasn't released anything since then, was Rush by Lisa Patton, and it is about sorority rush. It is set at Ole Miss, which kind of annoys me because the author herself went to the University of Alabama, so if she's going to write a slightly controversial, not so nice book, well, it's not that it's not so nice, but it talks about some not so nice subjects that needed to be talked about, but set it in Alabama. Why'd you come on over to Ole Miss if you didn't even go there? But anyway, what I particularly liked, I'm joking, all joking aside, the issues we're talking about are class issues, racial issues. She's kind of ahead of her time there. It was a fascinating read, particularly for me. I was in a sorority, but I went to the University of Illinois. It was very chill as far as sorority rush goes. Rush at Ole Miss and in the South in general is a whole different ball of wax. This year has been a little different, but for obvious reasons. But it's something. It's like Real Housewives gone sorority rush, and it was particularly interesting for me to read, one, to compare it to my own sorority experience, but also because it's set at Ole Miss in September, well, the school year 2016-2017, which was my oldest son, Jake's freshman year. So she references events that I'm aware of. She references things that I attended. So it's for me, I had a personal connection to it. Now, she had also written an earlier series called the Dixie series. It's about a young wife from Memphis, Tennessee, that just a true Southerner through and through, that finds herself running an inn bed and breakfast in the wilds of Vermont. And it's a whole series, and it's absolutely fabulous. And I highly recommend both the series and the standalone book, and I really hope Lisa Patton writes another one soon. And then the last book that was a favorite is Time's Convert. It's by Deborah Harkness. If you know the Discovery of Witches series, that's Deborah Harkness. And I think Outlander, Discovery of Witches, those two series are way up there for me, books-wise. TV series, can't stand either one of them. I think if you're a huge fan of the book series, it's hard to transition it over to the TV series because with both series, they completely ruined the books. So if you are a fan of these books, I would recommend not even bothering watching either of these. But if you want a good book to read, Time's Convert really won't make any sense to you unless you read the Discovery Witches trilogy, the All Souls trilogy first. And then this is sort of a follow-up to that. No, it's not sort of. It is absolutely a follow-up to that. So definitely read the All Souls trilogy. Discovery of Witches is the first book, series first, and then jump into this. And actually, just like Rush, this was the last book that Deborah Harkness released. She probably got busy helping with that horrible disgrace of a TV series that they based off her books. And I hope she gets back to writing and I'm sure she's writing, but releasing a book for us to read, for us to enjoy, because I could use it. Those are my favorites from September 2018, and all of them, with the exception of one item that broke, otherwise it'd still be a favorite, and one item that I just don't know what I was thinking, they're all still favorites. So September 2018 knocked it out of the park. Well, if you're still here, I hope you're also subscribed. If you're not, please go ahead and correct that. It's free, it's fun, at least I'm having fun. Click right down there. There's a link in the description box if you want to click that instead. Either one will take you to the subscription process, which is very painless, I promise. Anyway, no matter what, thank you for hanging out with me today. I hope you had fun, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!